Morning, everyone. I wanted to do a quick live to just encourage you guys this week. Now, obviously, we had on Friday we had the court cases get resolved in the Supreme Court in New South Wales. Of course, it wasn't the result we wanted, but obviously, we're not going to stop fighting. A lot of people they were expecting a win, I think, and I'm not going to say what I was expecting because I don't have a legal background. I wasn't sure what to expect. But you always have contingency plans. You always have plan B, plan C, plan D, everything. Because you can't have a situation where you rely on one thing and put all your eggs in one basket. Morning, everyone that's joining in right now. I just wanted to do a quick encouragement message for you guys for this week. We're still in this fight. Gladys is just gone. She just left. And a lot of people there, we had one legal loss on the weekend in the Supreme Court, one of the lower courts, and people want to take their ball home and and just sign off. That's not how winning's done. That's not. The harder the win, the longer term the gains. And we've got a lot of work to do. On the morning when the court case was, put out and when the link went out, I sent a link to all of you guys to watch that court case on Friday. And I added the caveat. I said, guys, even if we win it, we've still got a crap ton of work to do. We still got to, if we won it, then that just means that we beat the laws on the books. But they can amend the laws. We've got to recapture Parliament. Otherwise, they're going to keep making bad laws. And I really want to drill that into people's heads. This is a long battle. We're going up against 40 to 50 years worth of crime, corruption, and just debauchery from the government, that you're not going to turn that around in a few months. I wish you could, but you just can't. We've got a lot of work to do. And just keep your eyes on me. Keep your eyes on me. When I start freaking out, that's when you have permission to freak out. But you know me, guys. I'm pretty stable on this stuff because we have options. So I got some good news for you guys. I wasn't planning on telling you this now, but I think a lot of you guys, needed to hear it after Friday. Friday's not the end of it. There's higher courts above it. Anyone that's listened to Tony Nikolic, there's other stuff that's going on there that he's planning to do as well with GMB solicitors. We've got John Larder's case happening in a couple weeks in early November as well. And that's challenging a lot of this stuff as well. And on top of that, we've got elections coming up where you can actually get rid of some people. We could have another change in Premier this year. This year. Now, how is that going to happen? So, and again, I was going to tell you guys this later, but share this around after you're done watching. On December 4th, we've got local elections. What does that mean? So in our parliaments in Australia, we've got local elections, we've got state elections, that's where Perrottet is and Gladys was, and then we've got federal elections, which is where Scott Morrison is. Our federal election is in May next year. Our state election isn't until 2023, and our local elections are on the 4th of December. So they're coming up very soon. Local elections are actually quite important. In every LGA in New South Wales, for example, we've got, and this is just for New South Wales, the local elections, we've got about 14 councillors and one mayor on each of the councils. And we elect people there to represent us. Now, we could have done with a lot more people on our side in those elections. That's why these matter. Local elections matter because it's going to be the best way we can send a message to Dom Perrottet that, hey, we're watching you. And if you keep this up, if you keep this crap up, what's going to happen in your 2023 election for the state? It's going to happen because we just did it in the local elections. So that's happening on the 4th of December. Also, poor Dom Perrottet, he had another minister, Judy McKay, resign on the weekend. So it's looking like, because she's a Labor minister, but it doesn't matter. So it's looking like on the 4th of December, we're going to have 5 by-elections. So by-elections are elections in between elections, because Gladys resigned, Barilaro resigned, 2 other Liberal Party members have resigned, and also Jodie McKay, the former Labor leader, has also resigned in New South Wales. So we're going to have like a mini election. This is really, really good, and this is really important because it'll give them an update on exactly, where they sit with the electorate. So I'm going to be doing a lot of work with some great people like Mario Malik, who just got married yesterday, and God bless him. Congratulations. Send him a message if you haven't. I'm going to be sending out these cards with the Turning Point logo on, with preferences. I'm going to be telling you guys who you can vote for in the local elections, and it's going to be great. It's going to be really good because it's going to give us the opportunity to be like, hey, where did you sit on the mandates? Did you speak up for us? Where do you sit on a bunch of different things? And so this is a really good opportunity, and I'm really optimistic about this. And the last thing I want to see is for you guys to lose hope over two or three Supreme Court law rulings on Friday. I'm like, guys, you got to keep, even if we want it, there's a bunch of work we got to do. If you win Parliament back, you can throw out all of these laws. You can repeal them. And that's why I was a bit surprised on Friday when I saw how many people were down. I was like, guys, this comes out of a lack of knowledge. Fear comes out of a lack of knowledge. But that's okay. That's what we're here for. We're here to educate you. Keep your eyes on us. When we start freaking out, that's when you have permission to freak out. But it's not yet. Now, there's a lot of people that, they've lost their jobs because they refused to take the jab mandate, and that's their right. And I'm fighting for you guys. But no one is going to go hungry. No one's going to go hungry. Now, in my story, I just posted a link to Empowerment Tribe. If you're in Sydney and you're going hungry and you can't feed your kids, we take care of our own. We take care of everyone. Empowerment Tribe, I interviewed those lovely ladies a couple of weeks ago. They're doing God's work. They've fed hundreds of families in New South Wales, and they're looking to spread to Melbourne as well, poor Melbourne. And if you guys need help, you reach out to them right away. If you know someone, more importantly, if you know someone else that needs help and they're too shy to ask for it or too ashamed, you can also send Empowerment Tribe a message on their behalf. We're going to take care of you. We are going to take care of you. No one gets left behind. As Max says, no one gets left behind. We are going to come out of this. We're going to get our summer back. Mark my words. We are going to get our summer back. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be awesome. So hang in there. We've got a ton of things coming up. We've got a ton of awesome things coming up. The court cases are not done. We've got John Latta. We've got the GMB solicitors and AFL elevating their concerns to the federal court as well. And, we're getting started. We're really getting started. For a lot of people, this is the beginning of a very long journey. And this is the thing, we always say Australians have never fought for their freedoms. It's really true. And you're in a way, you're fighting for them right now. You're actually fighting for them right now. Now, do you think that you're going to remember the hard-won wins that we get in these next few months and these next few years? You're going to remember them, right? And you're going to make sure you teach your kids how hard it was. You're going to make sure your kids remember, and your kids are going to make sure their kids remember how hard it was during these lockdowns, how totalitarian these governments were, so that they remember the gains that they won. Let me tell you a story about Poland. Poor Poland was invaded once by the Nazis and then by Stalin not long after. The guy remembers that they remember their history because it's so hard ingrained. They went through so much pain that they remember it. This is not an IQ test, this pandemic. It's a history test. And unfortunately, a lot of Australians, they don't know their history. So it means we've got to learn it the hard way. And that's what we're going through right now. So you got to make sure you remember these hard-won lessons now so that when we go into the future, you really don't let go of your democracy and your kids don't. The reason why we're losing our democracy is because we forgot our history. We forgot what the Anzacs fought against. We forgot the stories of the 20th century. And that's our fault. That's our fault. Every one of us, me included. I know I'm only 24, but that's all of our fault. But that's okay. It means we're going to learn it. It means we're going to move forward. We will win. And it's going to be really interesting because over the coming years, you guys are going to become so powerful. I mean, think about how much more you know about your parliamentary system now compared to when the pandemic started. It's a lot. It's a lot. So hang in there. Awesome things coming. It's going to be really good to see how the next few months and years pan out. But I'm going to see you guys later. But have a great week. For those of you that are working, keep working hard. Keep your head down. And just wait. Wait until they start trying to roll out these booster jabs. It's going to be hilarious. Why is it going to be hilarious? Because a lot of people are going to snap. They're going to snap because at the same time they push out booster jabs, they're also going to try and push the jabs on the kids. Big mistake. You never get in between a lioness and her cubs. You never get in between them. Hell hath no fury like a woman's scorn. And when it comes to what's going on with the booster jabs, a lot of people that got the jab and they're like, I did the right thing, they're gonna flip the table. They're gonna be like, hey, what are you guys doing? I was promised this and this and this and this, and now you're telling me that I can't do it. And it's going to be very bad timing for the federal government because we'll be doing booster jabs by the time May rolls around next year, and they're not going to like that. They're not going to like that at all because it means that they're going to have to be, because they want to be the freedom party. They want to give you back your freedoms as if they had any right to take them, and yeah, it's gonna backfire in their faces. Them thinking that they can push booster jabs while they've got an election on. It's gonna be terrible. So you guys have a great day. We've got some phenomenal stuff happening. If you're struggling, speak up and reach out to Empowerment. Don't reach out to me. Don't send me a message on here. My messages are absolutely inundated. If you need to feed your family, go to Empowerment Tribe. The links I'm gonna put it below, but also the links in my story. And you guys have a great day. Hang in there. We've got a lot of things coming. Remember, eyes on me, and eyes on the other good, awesome people like Mario, Malik, and Maria, and tons of others. If you're in Victoria, Voice for Victoria, Discernible, Rebel News, and who else is there? There's a ton of them. We're spoiled for choice. Real Rukshan, keep your eyes on them. There are plans, and we are pushing very, very hard. And it's gonna be biblical, as they might say in America. And the best is yet to come. I'll see you guys later. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you when I see you. Ciao.